Hi, I'm Mary Beth McAndrews from Dread Central. Hi, Sean. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm so good. I'm so excited to chat with you about the mill. And I just wanted my first question, just starting off the bat, is I love how your two films that I've seen have really utilized single locations and sound design so well. So I wanted to hear about your approach to sound design and creating like the horror landscape of your films.
Yeah, I mean that's really like I hire really talented people to work on the sound.
I love that answer. It's like I just
Yeah. Like I know that going into it, I know that that's a big thing. It's like for whatever reason, I'm really attracted to these single location films. And I know that sound is super important. I think a lot of it's what you don't see and what you're only hearing that really helps tell these stories. So I know that I bring my sound partners in early. It's, my editor Shane and my composer David, who I work with, and our various sound teams who I've worked with. We start early and we factor that in
cool.
before we even start shooting.
Oh, that's so smart. I love that. But also, I mean, Lil Rel Howery as our lead in this movie is so incredible right off the bat, and seeing him in this like pretty serious role. What was casting that part like, and how did you kind of fall on him as our lead?
Casting that part was really easy. It
Oh,
was,
really? Love that.
yeah. So, well, it was easy and it wasn't. It was so,
Yeah.
I made a movie previously that I produced with Raul called I Love My Dad.
Okay,
And
cool.
watching Raul, like being off on the side and seeing Raul between takes and seeing the way he approached his work and then seeing just how great he was, I knew from that moment on I wanted to work with him again. And particularly that I wanted to work with him on a drama. And so fortunately, we sent him the script and he loved it. I was like terrified that he wasn't going to, but he was like legitimately my first choice. He was the person that I pictured when I was reading the script. And that never happens. People say that happens. It doesn't. They're lying. In this case, it actually did. And what was interesting about it is that I prepped with Rel for about 4 months while he was off shooting other movies and doing other things.
Oh.
And we would talk about the themes of the movie. We would talk about what our approach was going to be to making the film, how we were going to shoot it. We talked about everything. But the day we showed up to start shooting the movie, Rel was gone. There was no more Rel. There was just Joe Stevens, the character that he plays in the movie. And to this extent, I've never seen
Oh.
anybody go method like this before. So I asked them prior, we built this set. That set itself was
You
actually,
did? Okay.
yeah, that was 15,000
Ooh.
pounds of concrete on those walls. It was huge. It was 18 feet tall. It was insane. So I wanted to show him around and like see. And he's like, I saw his wheels turning. And he's like, no, I don't want to see it. And I said, really? Like, and he said, yeah, I don't want to see the space before I go in there. I want to wake up for the first time and be as confused as Joe would be as afraid as Joe would be waking up in there. So I have pictures of this. It's amazing. We blindfolded Rel. We walked him onto set, like through these dark catwalks with a blindfold the entire way, walked him onto set, laid him down on his back in the dirt in the cell, and I'm not, this isn't a spoiler here, but
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is like the first couple. This is like the opening scene of the movie,
yes, it's
everybody,
the
I
first
promise.
30 seconds of the movie.
30 seconds,
Um,
yeah.
we took the blindfold off of him. And that first take that you see in the movie where he wakes up terrified and confused in this cell, that was Rel's actual reaction. And I don't know if he planned on going this method or something snapped in him the minute that this happened. But from that moment on until the moment we wrapped, it was just Joe. It was wild. I've legitimately never seen anything like it.
Whoa, that must have been like so wild to direct that and just be like, is he okay? Like, where we go? It's so cool though. That's
It
wild.
in some ways it was like making a documentary with art direction because and that's the way we
Oh,
captured it too. We
weird.
shoot, yeah, and it's our DP Seamus. He and I have made we've made a narrative film together before and a documentary, and we really did approach the moments with Joe in the cell like a documentary. It's all handheld. It's we would basically shoot like a wide and then a tight, and we would go up through everything and do as few takes as possible. But we were capturing that experience that Joe's having in there like it was really happening. And Joe was really locked
That's
in. This is what was wild. I didn't know that I would feel this way, but the first time that you're in that cell and that door closes, you're locked in a cell of 15,000 pounds of concrete. You feel the weight of that. You actually feel like you're imprisoned in this place. And this is coming from, you said you've seen my previous movie. Like we were trapped in that bathroom too. Like
yes.
and this was somehow like just as claustrophobic, even though the space was much bigger.
Oh, I was going to ask how big the space was, and I mean, how many people? I mean, because I know like a cast and crew, well, a crew, the cast is really just him. But I mean, were there a lot of you in the room, or was it as few people as possible to keep the space as clear as possible?
As few people as possible. It
That's
was,
so wild.
it was Seamus was our DP and camera operator. Our first AC would be in there, sometimes our second AC, and our sound mixer.
Oh my gosh. Wait, that's got to be such a weird, that is a weird claustrophobic experience. Like, yes, you can get out, but can you actually get out? Like, I would definitely be checking the door every once in a while to make sure
Interestingly
that
enough,
you
you can't get out as a result of something that happened early on. So
can.
initially, we had the
No.
door set up so that you could just like kind of push the door open and walk through. But then, as I had mentioned, like Rel was so into this character that he ran full steam at the door, trying to break the door down, and he went flying through the door. So from that moment on, for safety reasons, you actually had to be locked in the cell anytime we were shooting.
Oh my God. That just gives this movie so much more like layer of claustrophobia on top of already it's just like very uncomfortable. That's wild. Oh my God. I have to wrap up, Sean, but this was so cool to get to just pick your brain for a little bit about the film and congratulations on The Mill and hopefully we get another single location or not single location horror film from you soon.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you very much. I really
Yeah,
appreciate it.
absolutely. Have a great rest of your day.
All right, thanks. You too.